Good morning, I'm Ken Tomash in for Don Evans. You know, the New York Yankees are still in first place in the American League East, and the Cleveland Indians are still down there in the basement, but the Yanks ran into a fired-up bunch of Indians in Cleveland last night. The big chief on this night was right-handed knuckleballer Tom Candiotti. He had a no-hitter going for 7 innings. Here he gets Gary Ward. His teammates gave him the only run he would really need in the first when Pat Tabler bounces a single up the middle off Steve Trout. That scored Tommy Hinzo to make it 1-0. We go to the 8th now. The Yanks still without a hit, but Mike Easler bloops one into center field just in front of Brett Butler, but that was all they could muster, and Candiotti gets the one-hitter. Cleveland with the 2-0 victory. Elsewhere in the American League, the Blue Jays used a 10-run 6th inning to maul the White Sox 14-5. In 10, the Royals doubled up Detroit. Boston ousted Texas 11-2. It was Seattle getting by Oakland 4-3, and the Twins rocked California 11-3. In that game, bottom of the 4th, Brian Downing batting, and Joe Niekro throws him a strike. Now, home plate ump Tim Tashita thinks for a minute, then he says, "Joe, I want to see that baseball. That one was just a little too good." Well, there's nothing wrong with the baseball, but you know, Joe, I know you got the knuckleball, but that pitch just had too much on it, so I got to see what's inside the glove. Okay, give me the glove, Joe. All right, and he looks, and there's nothing in the glove, but then the second base ump comes and says, "Joe, empty out your pockets." Now, watch Joe's right pocket as he goes fishing in there, and what comes out? Whoa, what was that he threw on the ground? They take a look at it. Turns out it was an emery board. Now, how did that get in there, Niekro says. Those guys. Niekro was immediately ejected for scuffing a baseball, and he faces a 10-day suspension. Next time, Joe, just go see Madge the manicurist, okay? In the National League East, the Cardinals still lead by 6.5 games, but there's a new second-place team, namely the world champion Mets. Last night at Shea, bottom of the 11th, tied 2-2 with the Phillies, and the captain, Keith Hernandez, rocks Kent Tekulve deep to right field. Back to the bullpen, Glenn Wilson tries to scale that wall. Forget about it. 3-2 the final in 11. The Mets have won 15 of their last 21, and they're breathing down the neck of the Cardinals. St. Louis with a 5-3 win over Montreal last night. That dropped the Expos into 3rd place, 7 games back. Mike Marshall had a grand slam and 5 RBIs to lead the Dodgers over the Reds. Houston topped San Francisco on Kevin Bass's 13th inning home run, and the Pirates down the Cubs 6-4. And in NFL news, the Los Angeles Rams and Denver Broncos have arrived in London, and they'll start working out today in preparation for the 2nd American Bowl. That preseason game Sunday in Wembley Stadium, which is already sold out. And the Chicago Bears have signed their first-round draft choice. Guess what position he plays? That's right, he's a quarterback. Michigan's Jim Harbaugh becomes the 5th QB in the Bears camp, along with Jim McMahon, Doug Flutie, Mike Tomczak, and Steve Fuller. I'll be back with your fishing game forecast right after this. And some good fishing Wednesday, both in the cool of the early morning and in the daylight hours. Check it out from 2 to 5 a.m. if you want to stay cool. Also good from 7 a.m. till about 2 in the afternoon. It's 7:20. That's it for sports on this Tuesday morning. We'll be back with more on the Good Morning Show in just a moment.